Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Friday Focus Hour. My name is Melissa Galamay, and I am one of the leaders on Diesel Nation. And today we are going to be focusing on our follow-up. So a diligent follow-up and a follow-up and follow through will set you apart from the crowd and communicate excellence. That is a John Maxwell quote. I'm a firm believer in proof of the follow-up because I was somebody who sat on the sidelines and watched for 13 months before I did anything to get started. So I hope that you came prepared to work this morning, that you are excited to really dig into these follow-ups, and that you get some nuggets that help you move your business forward. I will just apologize for those who are watching this back later. You're getting all of this because it is 5:30 in the morning in California, and it has been a very long week. So thank you so much for being here with me. But every Friday, I want to encourage you to take the opportunity to have an additional touch point and connect with your potential clients and coaches. Okay, so this is an opportunity for you to get back into their inbox, to do emails, to do any additional touch point, right? So following up 2 to 3 times, they're going to remember your name, right? So you're going to be popping up in their newsfeed. They're going to be seeing who you are. They're probably going to follow you back at this point and see that you're a real person and you have a solution. So you have to make sure that you're, talking about that within your grid and your stories and stuff like that. But most people won't say yes to an idea without saying no first. In fact, studies show that the average customer says no to an average of 5 times before they say yes. So I want you to meet Stephanie. She's the gorgeous blonde in the picture with me. She's one of my very dear friends and one of the top leaders on my team. Stephanie said no to me for 12 months. But every month I continued to follow up with her because I knew that there was something in her. And Stephanie continued to follow me every single month. She continued to watch all of my stories. She continued to engage in my content. So I knew she was ready, or I knew she wanted to, but she wasn't going to say yes until she was ready. Same thing with me. I watched my coach for 13 months silently. So she actually didn't even really probably realize that I was watching her as long as I was until I started having those conversations. In June of 2013, she added me into her free community with Beachbody. I never purchased a single thing from her. She would answer all of my questions. I purchased Insanity off of an infomercial. She still helped me. And so if it wasn't for her being patient with me and planting those seeds, my life would look a whole lot different today. And Stephanie and I for sure wouldn't be here. We might be here with a different coach, and our lives might look a little bit, and businesses might look a little bit different, but the proof is in the pudding. There is fortune in the follow-up. So you have to be ensuring that you are following up with people consistently, even if you feel like you're being annoying. I promise you, you're not. You're doing your job to do diligence in those. Okay, so we're going to craft some follow-ups this morning. I'm going to give you guys some examples. So there might be a little bit of dead time while you create some, and as you do, please share them in the comments. You can copy and paste to there, but just basically getting your arsenal ready to have a list of contacts. So it can be something super simple like, hey, babe, I didn't want you to miss out on the little savings of money on your enrollment today. Are you free to chat so I can answer any questions that you might have? What's your number, right? So getting somebody on the phone, I always think it's nice because then you have, they can hear the passion in your voice. They can hear that you're an actual person. And so I'm never opposed to asking somebody, do you want to just jump on the phone? Sometimes it's a whole lot easier as well. The next one is, hey girl, I just wanted to see if you saw my message above. This is like when they're ghosting you, right? I really think you'd be amazing and would love to chat about more. Pressure free though. I promise I'm not going to bug you if it's not something after you hear all the fun deets. I also like to send like those fun little gifts. Like there's the one where Ace Ventura is like looking through, or crickets or things like that. And so that's totally up to you and what you want to do, but really just letting them know like, hey, I know you saw my message. What's going on, right? Another one is, hey lady, I know that we talked in the past about coaching and how it could help you. I have complete faith that you'll be great at this. I have a new coach mentorship on Monday, and I'm choosing 3 coaches to join it. I want you to be a part of that mentorship because I believe in you. What do you think? Is now your time? Right? So you're basically telling them that you see something within them, and you can also relate back to the conversation that you've already had with them and tie to things that you know, right? And then the other one I have down is, hey girl, would you have time to complete the enrollment that I sent sometime today? I've got a spot saved with your name on it and you'll be amazing at this. I can't wait to welcome you to our team. Okay, so for the next 10 minutes, guys, what I want you to do is I want you to, number 1, craft a follow-up. And then I want you to go to your hot list of people that you have to follow up with today. And I want you to do some follow-ups. Okay, I'm going to set the timer on here. But some ways to follow up is 15 minutes, hit your hot list. Another idea that I have for Friday follow-ups is every single Friday, you go to your email contact list and your Beachbody customers that are with like your leads that you get, and they're getting an email from you, right? And it can be something as simple as like our Valentine's Day recipes with just a little encouraging note, or letting them know that Off the Wall is available. You know, if you did that today, there's a lot of clients who might not know that now they don't have to use that, but this is a great touch point for you to follow up with them. Schedule phone follow-ups, send a free sample, ask for sneak peeks, add them to your flash sales. So today my focus is getting people into my flash sale because there's so many people who are sitting there with share cart links. And so now, in addition to, you know, the savings that they already get on these amazing challenge packs, they can also get an additional savings that I'm going to be giving to them. Again, I wanted to give you a quick example of a follow-up. I had been following up with this girl for 7 months before she actually responded. And it says, hey, pretty girl, great to see you last night. Your family's seriously the cutest. I know it. And so she's in my community. I know I reached out a couple times before and I'm going to reach out again. LOL. I have a prep group forming for our next big program, and I'd love to share the opportunity with you. I know you're a busy mama, just like many of us, and I think this would be a great solution to in addition to your life. Let me know if you'd like to chat. And then she said, actually, I've been meaning to reach out, emoji. I want details. Honestly, I suck at managing time for the gym right now. I am a morning girl, so I want to do it in the morning, but I have to leave at 6:30 and my kid sleeps when he pleases. Give me all the details, please. Right? So she was already thinking about it. And because I reached out to her after like seeing her in person and her ghosting me, then she was finally ready to respond. Right? So I'm going to set the timer. I want you, if you need any help, please unmute yourself and ask. But literally keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate. Again, if you have had conversations with these people, you can always relate back to the conversations you've had before. Well, obviously, but you know what I mean? Like something about them and why you think they'd be a great fit. But I'm going to set the timer. Again, sorry for the dead silence, but I want this to upload. So let's go do some follow-ups. Also, if you're comfortable, voice memos are also a good way to do that as well for your follow-ups. Okay, guys, so we just spent 15 minutes doing our follow-ups. Hopefully you guys had plenty of time to connect with people. Just remember that the fortune is in the follow-up, and there's so many ways for you to do this, so there's not really any right answer. But when you find something that works for you, I definitely encourage you to keep leaning into that and then share that with your team so that other people can do that as well. So the average person knows at least 2,500 people. So next, I want you guys to make a list of people that you might not even be remembering. And I'm going to just read off some so you guys can get an idea. And this might be helpful for those of you who haven't done this in a long time. So think of your close friend circle. I know a lot of people say, well, if they know what I do, if they wanted to join me, they totally would, right? Or friends that you went to school with. Have you reached out to your siblings? I know my sister did. She was with me for a while, and then I reached out to her in November, asked how she was feeling, like she was, and she said she was super sluggish, and she recommitted and invested herself, right? Parents, siblings, grandparents, cousins, aunts, uncles, second cousins, right? That second cousin twice removed, like person that you don't always see and you don't think about. Nieces, nephews, in-laws, your accountant, your hairstylist. I think hairstylists are the best because they have different people in their chairs all the time that they can talk to. And so my friend who's been doing my hair for 7 years, literally, she will give me referrals all the time, which is amazing. And then I give her referrals. It's just a beautiful relationship. Construction worker, if your husband's in that line of work, they talk to a lot of people. Registered nurses, teachers, professionals, nurse practitioners, dentists, vegetarian, gym owners, personal trainers. So this is an opportunity, like the places that you frequent, to have those conversations. When people ask you, what do you do for a living? What are you telling them? Are you telling them, oh, I'm a stay-at-home mom? Are you telling them your career profession? Or are you telling them that you have a solution that you can offer to people and telling them a little bit about it? So when they're talking with other people, they think of you, right? If you're going to these offices, you can also ask if they allow, like, can I pin up my business card? Can I leave you some more information? Fitness instructors, nail technicians, stay-at-home moms and dads, babysitters, retail workers, restaurant workers, registered dietitians, physical therapists, occupational therapists, admin assistants. I'm choking. Sorry, guys. So I want you to start making your own list of people to connect with. We're going to spend 5 minutes. I want you to just brain dump. Okay. For those of you with kids in school, it's a great opportunity to think about those parents that you're connected with. And I know it might be a little bit more challenging these days, but a lot of people want a solution and they just feel hopeless in that. So making sure that you are connecting with them. And if anyone has somebody who might not be like the most common person, go ahead and drop that in the chat. Yes, I'm been having these weird coughing fits. It's like a tickle in my throat, and it's like every day this week it's happened. It's very odd. Okay. Who are some people that you listed that you can follow up with, guys, that came to mind as you were doing this? You can either drop it in the chat or you can unmute yourself. Former and current coworkers, that's a great one. Parents and students, since I work in education. My husband's parents and coworkers. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. So when you sit and think about all the people that you actually know and you get outside your comfort zone and you go and do those things, I promise you, a lot of people will be interested, especially for those of you who have been doing this quite a while. A lot of times people are afraid to join because they're intimidated and they're not going to come out and ask on their own, right? But secretly, people want a solution. They want to feel their best. They want help. So it's our job and our responsibility to not make assumptions for them and to go out and be bold and send those invites and then do the work of doing that follow-up. So the last thing I have on here is just a reminder that the day that you plant the seed isn't the day that you eat the fruit. And so think about the people in your teams and in your groups who you invited for a long time that never said yes for months and months and months again. Think back to my story of Stephanie, right? She followed me and we connected for 12 months. We met through a mutual friend and I invited her. The moment I met her, I knew she was going to be amazing and wanted her to be on our team, right? So I hope that this was helpful for you guys. I hope that you took some key things away today so that you can implement these. And again, I really encourage you to get some sort of email system on Fridays so that it's just a message that goes out as another touch point to all of your clients and maybe those leads who you haven't been able to touch base with. And then maybe come up with some sort of slides for Fridays in your Insta stories or Facebook stories that talks about your open enrollment and things like that. So if you guys have any questions, as always, please don't hesitate to reach out. And I will stop our recording for the day.